This makes me happy. Not because of what's right in front of me, but we have the legendary saxophone man in the background. Oh, you gotta love the saxophone man. Wait a minute and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime and welcome back to Sakura Gamer Part 6? I think it's Part 6 anyway. We are now in the shower where we are finally getting our dirty ass washed, and it's about damn time too. And we got, of course, on our right, our Undertaker cleaning our back, and our now I think about it, I think Clover's our next victim, if I'm going with this serial killer logic. But yeah, there we go. We got the whole cast. We're in the shower. We're all getting clean. So guys, Ikebashoka. Why is this happening? Isn't it obvious, silly Nakahime? Yeah. Saki runs a hand through my hair, soaping it with shampoo. I shiver. We were sitting outside in the garden. Now we need to clean up. But why are you only cleaning me? Good question. But then again, cleanliness is important. Stay clean and hydrated.
Because, Nekohime, yeah, you're bad at cleaning up after yourself.
True words could not have been said. You make me sound like a naughty cat. Aren't you the one who tells everyone not to think of you as a cat? But she's not wrong. Where is she wrong? She isn't.
Now, that is quite an apt analogy.
Yeah, very out there. Droplets of water from the shower head fall against my exposed skin. I can feel rivulets cascading across my clavicles and the curves of my breasts. That's a big word, clavicles. Nice. Also, the next Sakura game that's going to be coming out by the time I've recorded this, it hasn't come out yet, but it's going to be Sakura Succubus. So we might actually have a male protagonist back, because all the other ones from here on are supposed to be female only, I've heard. Don't know how true that is yet. Feels like the fingertips caress. It feels like fingertips caressing my body. In fact, fingertips are caressing my body. Well, you're not wrong. Suki is standing behind me, rubbing the arch of my back with a sponge. Clover, meanwhile, has the shower head pointed at my front. Damn, getting assaulted from all angles. 1 part water, 1 part suds. Oh my. This is so embarrassing. Big shower by 2 other women, hemmed in between them like the filling of a sandwich. Oh yes. Really? This is shameful. Oh, it's so shameful. I cannot believe it. My monocle winces in its grave at this. My face flushes. To make matters worse, I can't see very well. My red-rimmed glasses have been removed, leaving me exposed to more than one sense of the word. You're feeling extra sensitive because one sense has been weakened. Without my glasses, I'm completely helpless. The world around me blurs into an indistinct haze of pastel and colours, of pastel colours and running water. Sorry, I thought the and was before that. I can't see without my glasses.
It's fine, Nekohime. You don't need to see.
But,
We'll take care of you.
Ski leans a little closer. I feel her damp hair brushing against the nape of my neck. Oh damn, she's arching over us. She's got the high ground. She whispers softly into the shell of my ear, her breath tickling my skin.
Very good care of you.
Ah, okay. I just hope my neighbours don't hear this now that I think about it. There we go. My whole body trembles.
We'll be finished in no time, Nekohime. When we're together, we're an unstoppable team.
What does that have to do with showering me?
I'm not sure. I was going for a cool but heartwarming angle. Like, even if you can't see, we can be your eyes. That's right. Individually, we may have flaws, but together we can make up for one another's weakness.
Yeah. Yeah, you should, yeah. Nobody ever asks for that. I twitch. Suki continues to soap my back with the sponge, while Clover rubs soap into my chest. Oh yeah, Nekopara Volume 4 might be coming out soon. Like maybe in the next couple of months, so I'm keeping my eyes out. The friction isn't actually that bad. In fact, it's kind of nice.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you washed yourself properly, Nekahime.
I can wash myself properly.
The last time you tried, you kept your clothes on. And your glasses.
For how many times did we do that? Almost every time, I'm pretty sure. I just didn't want to take them off. That's a pain. Lazy little... I've already been on that point.
Well, it's a good thing you have us.
Yeah. Well, just the odd turnabout is the serial killer is surrounded by those that work around him. We have the victim that is... Oh yeah, Clover will be the victim that escaped. That's what I'm putting Clover as. Not as the next victim, but as the victim that escaped. And then, of course, Suki as the Undertaker. I think that's better. I think that's better.
Whenever you need a helping hand.
Yeah. Clover's fingers. They're massaging my chest. Oh, hello. She's rubbing soup against the soft curve of my breasts, creating a lather of multicolored soup suds. What type of special soap are you using? I want some of that. I looked at her dazedly, my eyes half lidded. I can hardly see properly. Everything is blurry. Yep, you're about to wake up in Skyrim next. But I do know how this feels. It feels... good. Really good.
Do you like it, Nekahime?
Clover's voice is soft and unusually sensual. It makes the hairs at the back of my neck stand up. I like it.
It's not too intense, is it?
I shift. The combined sensation of the water against my skin and Clover's roaming fingertips is almost a little too much. I rub my thighs together. Oh, sorry. I rub my thighs together. Why does it feel so warm? It feels funny.
A good kind of funny?
I think it's good. I think. I'm not used to feeling like this. Clover's fingers squeeze on one of my nipples. Lick. Oh, well then, that got very specific very quickly. I arch my back and mule. What? Was that supposed to be meow? What the hell was mule? Hold on. Phone, come in. You need to help me search for something. Oh, for God's sake, I just realised as well. I left my drink over a bit of distance. Hold on. Yes! I have a quiet drink. Yes! I'm full of successes today. That makes me very happy. Let's see what mule actually means, because I actually don't know. Cry feebly or querulously? Oh, okay, it's whimpering, basically. It's just whimpering. Okay, it's a fancy word for whimpering. I thought that was a mistake for the word meow for a cat noise.
Yeah.
I'm completely at her mercy, and yet, at the same time, I don't care. I don't care, but...
Hey, it's no fun if you hug her to yourself, Clover.
Yeah! A jolt of electricity courses through my whole body. What did she do? What did the Undertaker do? If I were a cat, my tail would be standing up on end. And we all know from Nekapara what that means. Suki. Her fingers. She's tickling the underside of my feet. Oh, she's a toe girl. Oh no. Oh no. Abort. Talk about a sneak attack. Yeah, also, I hate this one bit of soundtrack. It's so annoying. That isn't fair.
All's fair in love and war.
But we're crammed together in the shower. I can't escape. That's the point. Yep, exactly.
That's the best part.
You beast. I look at Clover. Her features blur together, but I can more or less tell who she is. That wide smile is a dead giveaway. Even if the large breasts and messy ponytail isn't. Well, yeah, of course. I don't know why, I've just realised this now, but doesn't it look like Suki's mouth is just slightly off-center? Like, it should be around, like this bit should be like, maybe here-ish? It's not just me who's thinking that, is it right? Is it? It just looks a bit far from where it's supposed to be. Clover, please, help me!
I'm sorry, Nikuhime, but seeing you squirm is too much fun.
Whatever happened to the power of friendship is about to become the power of lewdness. Ugh, this is horrible. And a transition. A few days pass. We now have precisely 10 days left until the summer manga market, and the three of us are making reasonably good time. I've written 6 scenes, bringing the word count to a respectable 20,000 characters. Pretty nice. It's been a long time since I've written anything fictional. I used to roleplay with Clover a lot, but it yielded poor results, because of Clover, right? I hated relinquishing my fictional worlds to Clover, so she could ham-fistedly insert her own characters into my universe. It caused me unimaginable pain. Roleplaying is supposed to be a joint activity. In theory, anyway. Well, yeah. It was a theory, however, I was never quite able to master. Okay. I was too much of a control freak. So you weren't very flexible at random choices. Being the sole writer on this team is liberating. Finally, I can make my character say what I want, do what I want, act like I want, and Clover isn't here to get in the way. Clover's never been very good at writing. She didn't take it seriously. Aha. I needed a drink. Oh, that's good. I just had some soup earlier, so just needed a system cool down. Her character's speech patterns were inconsistent, their backstories were nebulous, and their interpersonal relationships changed at the drop of a hat. Sometimes she even got their names mixed up. Well, I won't make any amateur mistakes. I'm halfway through the proposed 40,000 character script already, and I have the rest of the scenes planned out. Now the crucial scenes are blocked in, all 15 of them. I can finally give Siki a list of all the assets required to make my vision into reality. Come on, Undertaker, we're making this. Firstly, I prepared a list of the pieces of background art we need. Because we have less than 2 weeks to create a finished product, I tried to reduce the number of background assets needed as much as possible. Excuse me, my throat really isn't doing that great, it seems. I tried to set the story in a small handful of locations to reduce the need for background art. According to Ski, background art is one of the most tedious and time-consuming parts of her job. Yeah, the location concepts, yeah, they're pretty hard to make. I have a friend of mine who does, who's told me that sort of thing is really difficult, especially to get perfectly. And sadly, it's the least appreciated. Yeah. You take the backgrounds for granted. I mean, I've seen this guy so many times in all the Sakura games, but you know what? That's how I know it's just an interval. And it's a part of the game, and I appreciate him for making it in the first place anyway. You hear that concept art person in the back? You're appreciated! Most people don't notice the backgrounds in visual novels unless they're incredibly ugly or exceptionally pretty. I guess, yeah. I mean, that's the only time that I've kind of done that. I mean, I played some horrible visual novels in the past, so I know. Otherwise, they're just there. Sorry, that was a weird tangent I went on. Too much background art could slow production down by weeks, maybe even months, so I had to be sparse. I've managed to whittle the number of backgrounds needed down to 6, which should be enough for her to handle. Sugi also needs to work on the CGs too. Ooh. Or in layman's terms, computer graphics. That's really what it... I did not know what CG meant this whole time. I didn't know. I thought it meant computer gallery. I was close, I guess. Or console gallery, maybe, but... Okay, there we go. I now know. Computer graphics. In a visual novel, a CG is any piece of artwork used to depict a complex scene which can't be properly expressed with sprites and backgrounds. Okay, for instance, an image of Siki reclining on the couch, holding her tablet would count as a CG. Way to break the fourth wall, game. Way to break the fourth wall. Yep, we're back to that. And incidentally, that's what she happens to be doing right now. Now, this looks like a familiar sight. I wonder why.
Hey, Nikuhime.
Siki lifts her head and gives me a bright smile.
Did you finish that list of required art assets for me?
Yep, I updated the online doc. You should be able to access it.
That's great, thank you.
And, I was wondering,
What?
you have quite a lot of work on your plate.
That's right.
Aren't you worried about meeting the deadline?
Nah, I'll be fine.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
My grandmother was horrid, but her harsh instruction helped me a lot. She made me spend hours and hours practicing my calligraphy after that. Drawing a few pieces of background art should be a piece of cake.
Well, if you're sure.
I'm always sure I can handle it.
She gives me a thumbs up.
And if the workload gets too heavy, I can ask Clover for help.
Is Clover good at digital art? Okay, I didn't know that she did that actually.
She's not as good as me, but she dabbles. I can ask her to paint in the clouds and the grass and the backgrounds and the CGs. That's not too hard.
So she's basically a female Bob Ross, basically. Just makes loads of bushes, sticks and twigs and sky in the background. Got it. You're going to split the work to save time?
Yeah, it's quite common for visual novels to have lead artists who draw the characters.
Yes, that is very true.
And assistant artists who handle the backgrounds and the other tiny details.
Oh yes. Even if you look in some of the bigger games as well, when it comes to getting the images right, you would see there's a load of people who actually do shading separately. It's pretty cool, actually. Once you see how many people are involved with the different types of art. It's very cool.
It increases the overall productivity of the production team, and it helps products get released faster.
Yes, it does. You know quite a lot about this, huh?
Of course. We're aiming to be professionals after all.
But what if you can't draw the CGs in time? We can't release a finished product with sketches or placeholders.
Let's see.
Suki ponders, idly tapping her tablet pen against her lower lip.
If it comes to that, we can always use a few shortcuts. Because art assets are some of the most time-consuming and expensive assets to produce. A lot of visual novels reuse their CG.
Well done. Well done. I'm actually smiling at that. Damn it. You played me. Oh, okay. I see where you go with this whole bit here. That's cool. That's cool. I actually appreciate that. That is cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So they display the same CG more than once?
Exactly. A lot of CGs are deliberately designed so they can be repurposed in multiple parts of the story.
I can easily say that was Steins Gate, with a round table meeting. That's been used more than once. Chaos Child has also had that. What other games? Princess of Angeal, I think, did once or twice, maybe, but not an awful lot. Oh god, what other ones were there? Okay, I need to go back at a few games. God damn. I've been playing these games. I've been playing like visual novels now for like 5 years in this channel, near enough. It's bloody mad to think about it now.
For example, in a visual novel with a lot of fight scenes, there might be a CG of a character holding a sword.
Yep, that's fair.
And this single CG image can be used every single time in the same character is engaged in a sword fight.
Yeah, it's basically character spriting, just as a whole image.
Yep, scrimping and saving can go a long way. Oh, but you don't have to reuse CGs too much. It has to be done at the right moment or it'll look cheap.
Yes. Oh, some of the old games, some of the terrible visual novels I've played have done that. Nicely pointed out.
Scenes have to be written carefully, without too many unique details so they can match a single CG seamlessly.
And this one did that. And it's kind of like a silent pat on the back. But to be honest, they are wrong. They are wrong.
For example, this CG of a character with a sword might have daytime lighting. In that case, you can't use the CG during a fight that takes place at night, even if the character is holding the sword in both scenes.
Oh, what was that game that I played? The American style visual novel. You guys know the one I'm on about. If you've been with me long enough. It had like an American drawn style. It was an American drawn style visual novel where you could either go for like the principal, the friend, or another girl. And it was very bizarre because she had to dress up as a a girl as well to make sure you didn't get caught as a guy. And I kept on raging like hell at that. It drove me up the walls because it puts you in locations that you're not even at. I'm getting angry just remembering it. Oh god.
Artists and writers should work together, hand in hand, so the art assets blend with the story and enhance it. If the art assets don't match the writing, it'll detract from the experience.
Yes. Oh yes. That's a big pet peeve of mine whenever it's in any visual novel.
In that case, you'd be better off writing an ordinary novel.
Yes. I see. I nod my head, one hand under my chin. Maybe I should have brought a notepad with me to write all this down. Nah, it's fine. Sugi's surprisingly good at giving out advice. Well, I would hope she would be able to, considering she put this all on us. No, anyway. And for some reason, I'm experiencing a surprising sense of deja vu. I wonder why. And we're in Clover's room. Hello. The following day. Hey, Clover. How's the music coming along?
Oh, Nakahime.
Clover spins about in her swivel chair and gives me a bright smile.
It's going to be good. I think I've sketched out a couple of the tracks, including the title theme.
Did you listen to the references I gave you?
I sure did. You were really thorough with the references you sent, Nakahime. It was super helpful.
I'm sorry if I sent over too much. I just wanted everything to be perfect.
Some things never change.
I don't know much about music production. It might not be possible to do everything I want.
Well, some of the tracks you sent me were a little complex. I could probably produce tracks of that caliber if I had some more time, but this is quite the tight deadline we have here.
I know, I hope my expectations weren't too high.
Oh, that isn't an issue. Don't lower your expectations on my account, boss. I try to do the best with the time I have. Don't expect miracles, but I think this rough draft sounds pretty good.
Clover clicks about in her computer and opens up a complex looking program with the dials and buttons all over the place. I stare at it. Even with my glasses on, everything starts merging together. Yeah, welcome to... This is probably Adobe, isn't it? I don't have Adobe or whatever the other... I don't have Sony Vegas or Adobe, I use something else. It's just... I hardly ever edit, so I don't see a need for it. What program is this exactly?
This is a pretty standard tool for digital composers. It's kind of tricky to use at first, but it gets the job done.
Uh-huh.
Ah, I just realized some of the synths they're too loud.
Okay.
Give me a second, I'll adjust the levels for you.
I watch Clover as she works. Though my eyes are trained on the screen, I can't make heads nor tails of the complex procedures unfolding before me. What is this witchcraft? She's opening a lot of drop-down menus. Do you know, this is probably why she was able to get away, is because if we are a serial killer, she's managed to boggle our minds so much that we had no choice but to keep her alive to help increase our intelligence and how we go about our business. It has to be. She's opening a lot of drop-down menus. Seriously, a lot of drop-down menus. I make myself comfortable on Clover's bed while I wait, hugging one of her mini stuffed pillows to my chest. Yes, get the plushie. Stay silent or show an interest. I mean, of course there's going to be an interest. Why the heck not? Yes. Hey, Clover.
What is it, Nekohime?
I was just wondering, how did you get involved in digital music? Yeah, because you're a teacher. So I'm guessing you had a dream that you weren't able to get as well. That's why I can tell. Sorry, I had to burp then. Sorry, excuse me.
Huh? We've been friends for like 10 years and you're only just asking?
I guess. I mean, I always knew you were interested in music, but I've never seen you work on it before. I didn't realise how involved it all was. I'd always assumed Clover's interest in music was nothing more than a passing fancy. I don't know, some people really enjoy making music, and some of the lesser known bands usually do have some good songs. Because I knew nothing about it, it was easy for me to write it off as a mere whim. But that was naive. Now, I can see just how difficult it is to not yawn. God damn it. Sorry about that. It must have taken Clover a long time to learn how to do this. Almost as long as it took me to learn Java and C++. I used to sneak books from the local library back home when I had finished my homework, and I would lay in bed at night poring over those books. I had to do it in secret. I knew my parents would be angry if they discovered I was doing anything extraneous that would distract me from my studies. Oh yeah, sorry if I seem tired at all, guys. The past few days I've had hardly any sleep because of the work hours, and also the weather's not really been great as well, so yeah, sorry if I come across as like sleepy or anything like that. I wonder if Clover was the same.
Well, I guess it does look pretty complex to a newbie, but I've been working on this for a while. It's second nature now.
What drove you to start making your own music?
That's an interesting question.
You might not know it, but... Sorry.
But when I was younger, I used to take piano lessons.
You did?
Yeah, my mother's a piano teacher. Didn't I tell you?
You might have brought it up once or twice. Clover mentioned it a few years ago, when our friendship was still online only. I think I must have been... It must have been when we were still in middle school. Guarantee you now, if these two are the way that I think they are with a relationship, they met on Craigslist. More than once, when Clover and I were on voice chat, she had to mute her mic because the dulcet sounds of chopsticks played out of key and out of time were drifting from the living room. I never knew she had, once upon a time, been one of those people who helplessly tried to mash their way through baby's first piano songs. I should have known better. Clover's the type of person who will try anything at once. Ugh, stop yawning! Why, body? God damn it! Even potato flavoured ice cream. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I am actually tempted to try Japanese lavender ice cream. It is actually in a station close to where I'm at, so I'm actually tempted at going to get it. I'm actually tempted to go and try lavender ice cream, and if I do try it, I'm gonna try it on I'm gonna put it on my social media. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
My mama taught me when I was a kid too. I started when I was 5.
How long did you play?
A little while. I quit before I started middle school, but I must have been doing it for 4 or 5 years at least.
That's about as long as I did drums. God damn. I blink. Impressed. I had never once played an instrument. I wouldn't know where to begin. My parents aren't particularly creative. They never encouraged me to do anything with my spare time. I would then study. Could you still play the piano now?
Probably. It's like riding a bike.
Ugh.
You don't forget it.
I'm sorry, you just hear me doing weird sounds and you can't even see me trying to stifle my yawning. It's not to be rude to the game, I promise you. I'm just extremely tired.
I quit when I started middle school because I wanted to take part in a bunch of sports clubs. The piano kind of ate into my time.
Ah, you used to play soccer, didn't you?
Yep, and I ran track. I was one of the fastest in the school.
You couldn't have fooled me with them hips. Such a tomboy.
Must be because I have 4 brothers.
Ah, that could be a part of it. Can I play the piano too?
Nah, Mom wanted them too, but I said it was too girly.
Oh, come off it. Piano's not that girly. Come on, Ludwig von Beethoven. Chasovsky. The first famous pianists. Women. Come on. I've never heard anybody say that piano was too girly. I would understand if it was a harp. But a piano? Nah. I thought playing the piano would be too girly for you too. What is it with thinking that it's girly? Hold on a minute. I never thought of a piano as a girly thing. What's going on here?
I'm full of surprises.
Evidently.
But, even after I stopped playing the piano, I was still interested in music. I just never had the time to focus on it.
You were too busy with your dazzling middle school life. Clover's experience in the education system was far, far different from mine. Clover was quite a popular girl at middle school. And high school too. She was cheerful and energetic, even if she wasn't particularly bright and she had a lot of friends. The exact opposite of me. And yet, despite that, she still found time to maintain daily correspondence with me over the internet. It's because she likes ya. Her weird, awkward friend from the other side of Japan. If I didn't have Clover back then, my life really would have been miserable.
You know, I think you're the one who got me interested in music again.
Really?
Really. It was when we decided we'd make a game together someday. I can't draw very well, and I'm no good at writing. I get bored too easily. But music?
So she can, she just can't be bothered.
Music's different. It's something I've liked since I was a kid, and I always wanted to give it another shot.
I mean, that was the same way I kind of looked at doing drums. I can relate to Clover on this, like on a personal level. Like, especially when it came to the instruments, but not into eating time. With me, I just cannot physically do the songs that I used to be able to do because of my physicality being affected. But that's just that. But I do get where she's coming from on that one. It's nice. So you started studying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were working so hard, reading all those complicated books about coding. I thought since I was the one who suggested we should make a game, I should step it up too.
You learned how to do all this? I gestured toward her computer monitor. For my sake?
Of course. I mean, we are best friends.
When the person interested in you friend-zones you. Ugh.
Plus, I enjoyed a lot, so everybody wins.
Doesn't staring at all these sliders and drop-downs give you a headache? Yeah. That was me when I first edited light stuff. Oh, God.
It did at first. I was totally lost. It's still making music, but digital music is super different from playing the piano.
I can imagine.
With the piano, all you gotta do is worry about the bass composition. But when you're working with digital instruments, you have to start thinking about mixing and mastering too.
Mixing? Yeah, that's blending them in, right?
How to balance all the instruments, yeah. If they sound good played together, or if anything's being drowned out.
Sounds technical. It is technical.
It is, but I need to give my brain a workout every once in a while. So?
Clover slaps her palm against the desk. She's beaming. Ah, there we go. Didn't yawn.
Do you want to hear my first draft for the title theme?
Yeah, I do. Yes, let's hear. My lips quirk upwards into a small smile. I swear if it's the intro music. I can hardly believe it. Clover and I, our dream, is coming true. Finally. After 10 years, the fruits of our labour are beginning to take shape. Do we not hear it? We don't even hear it. God damn it. I got excited for nothing. I was actually getting ready to hear some title music. But no, nothing. I drink in disgusted disappointment. I've got too many bottles next to me now. I really... I hope it stopped raining, actually. Nah, of course it hasn't. Weather is miserable. Next day.
Oh, did you start coding it together already?
That's right. I made the engine myself, so it's rather basic. But I don't think visual novels need to be too complex. No, of course not.
So long as there's an option to skip the text you've already read and enough save slots, you really can't go wrong.
I have had a game that once had like 90 save slots, and because it only took me 3 hours to do it, I didn't really have to save more than one page, which had like 4 save files optional for it. Also, I was trying to make the GUI look as unintrusive as possible, so it doesn't interference. Oh, come on, it was going so well. It was going so well. Interfere with the reading experience. Why did you put the entirety of interference on there? You just needed interfere. But what do you think?
Let me take a look.
I slide my laptop over to Suki. She sets it on her lap and peers at it, one hand beneath her chin. Oh yeah, I found out that these games didn't actually come from Japan at all. They're originally made English only. So that means with all the spelling mistakes, of course I can put a bit of shade on it now. I thought in the past like years that I've been playing these games, I thought they were Japanese originally. Nah, chief, they're all from an English spoken country. She blinks.
You made this entire engine yourself?
I had to look a few things up online, but more or less.
You know, there are a lot of visual novel engines out there you can use already.
Yeah, like Rempi.
There's PawnsCryptor, but that's quite old. And there's also Kari Kari.
Senpai, there we go, Rempi.
It's free and has a lot of functionality, but it's typically used by Western developers. It also isn't compatible with heavily animated sprites.
Yep, that's Rempi right there, Senpai. Notice it. I know there are some engines available online, I wanted to make one myself. Put an eye there, please.
So it does everything you want it to?
Exactly. If you want something done properly, you should do it yourself.
You really are a control freak, Nekahime.
Maybe, but I didn't spend all that time learning how to code for nothing. Clover's working hard on music, so I wanted to work hard too.
But you're already doing the writing.
That's true, but it wouldn't feel like our project. It wouldn't feel like our project if we didn't make absolutely everything ourselves. Yeah, that's fair. I want our circle to have our own engine. We deserve to have our own engine. I don't want anybody or anything else getting in the way. Yeah, that's cool.
Aw, Nekahime, you're such a hard worker.
Suki smiles and pats the top of my head.
Yeah.
I purr, bathing in her hand with my curled up fingers. Suki fiddles around with the test build for Mikomid for a while. As far as the visual novel engines go, it's quite simple. You can advance the text by pressing space shift or using the mouse. Yep, but can you do this? Can you press H to get rid of the text? Didn't think so. They also had a controller functionality, so a prospective player could use a VS4 or Hexbox controller to play the visual novel if they want. The player can control the speed the text advances at in the Preferences menu. Menus can be accessed by left-clicking with the mouse or by clicking the buttons nestled at the side of the text box. These are called quick links. Yeah, or I thought... Isn't there two names around quick links or hyperlinks? Or are hyperlinks completely different? I'm not the most tech-savvy person in the world, so if I've made a mistake, please correct me. It's a system that runs exactly like any other visual novel. But I'm still proud of it. I made it, my babe. It took me a few days, despite how simple it is, and I'm glad my hard work paid off. Suki looks impressed, at least. She nods her head and gives me a thumbs up.
It's good.
Are you sure the GUI isn't too ugly? GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. In this case, the GUI refers to the text box and the menus. I will say that the text box for this game looks very good. I like it. That's one of the ups about this game that I have, is the text box really suits well for the theme. It doesn't feel like it's just generic. And I like that. I actually like the GUI for this game. I made them myself in PhotoStore, but I'm no graphics designer. They fulfill their basic purpose, but are not particularly eye-catching.
Well, let me see.
Suki points towards the text box. She taps the screen with one pink fingernail.
I think this is a little too blocky, and it obscures too much of the screen. One of the biggest appeals of a visual novel is the visuals.
Well, yeah, of course.
If the text box obscures the sprites and backgrounds too much, it gets in the way.
Yes.
Should I make it thinner?
And transparent, maybe?
And transparent, maybe. Let's see. What would you say the main theme of the story is?
Maids and shrine maidens? So, could you have maybe, like... The text box have, like, a man there? Like, a Shinto gate? Like, maybe in, like, the bottom left? That would look cool.
Exactly. We should have some sort of visual motive running through the GUI that fits into the overarching theme. Or they can have, like, with the Mikos, have, like, the little, the sticks with the paper bits. They can have, like, little paper bits along the top. I think that, if they did do that, that would be kind of cool. That's just my thoughts, though. So, maybe some frilly ribbons, or some teacups. There we go, frilly ribbons. That's it. That'll do. That's it. If we put a teacup here, then.
Suki gets the tablet and starts doing a rough sketch, her tongue poking out of the corner of her mouth. Nah, that's straight in the middle, Chief. You cannot change that. Less than 10 seconds, she hands the tablet over to me.
Ta-da!
I tilt my head to one side. Though it's only a mock-up, Suki's rendition of a text box has more character than my own. Oof. She just outdid you in, like... Ooh. Ouch. My placeholder text box was a blocky thing made of one solid colour. But this text box had a lot of character. Well, when you've never made one before, you gotta expect to have it a bit rough around the edges. It's white with red ribbons about the edges, which ties nicely into the Shrine Maiden thing. Yeah, it does it. There's a teacup in the bottom right hand corner to add some visual flair.
Nice. Do you like it?
It's adorable.
I might have to do a few tweaks here and there, but it should work. When I'm finished with it, do you want me to upload it to our online folder? Then you can drop it into the game.
That's a great idea. Oh yeah.
And about the other menus?
The save, load, and preferences menu?
We should spice them up a little too, following a similar theme like so.
Okay, what are you going to do to them? Is it going to have paper? Suki begins sketching on her tablet.
What about this?
The faceless Suki's given the menu screen really adds some life to the game. The menus follow a similar pattern as the text box using the same colour scheme and visual notifs, tying it all together nicely. Ah, okay, it's sort of like visual blending. Got it. Just like a present wrapped up in a shiny paper. It's so cute.
I know, right? Having a functional visual novel engine of our very own is nice, but we have to dress it up a bit. It's these small details that'll really catch a buyer's eye.
Yes. You must have played a lot of visual novels.
Well, quite a few. There wasn't much else to do back in the shrine other than practice my calligraphy.
Suki shudders.
Plus, cute girls are justice.
Ah, that's what she is. She's a cute girl as a justice girl. Interesting.
I love them more than I love 3 square meals a day.
Wasn't there a girl that was just like that in Senran Kagura who wanted to make her own harem? Neko Wolf, if you're watching this, I think you might know. Oh, as well as Unknown. Unknown would know as well.
There are some really impressive character designs in visual novels. A lot of love and care gets put into making these girls visually distinct but adorable.
I see. I guess when it comes to visual novels, the novel part has a tendency to take a back seat. It makes sense. When you purchase a visual novel, the visuals are the first thing you see. They're splashed all over the packaging of the box. Wow. Now I'm curious. What does your grandmother think about your hobbies? She doesn't know about them, does she?
No, she doesn't know. I hid all my visual novels from her.
As every normal person would, for multiple reasons.
If she knew I had a huge collection of dating sims, she'd have freaked out.
Oh, I don't know if my mum knows what I do on my channel. She knows. She knows the type of games that I collect as well, and she doesn't care. She doesn't care. It's just how many I've got, which could be interesting.
Well, since I moved and I couldn't take any of my stuff with me, she might have found them by now.
Suki sighs.
That'll be a pain to explain if I see her again.
When you see her again, you'll be incredibly rich from the sales that Mika made, and it won't matter.
I hope so.
Suki yawns and stretches. Her arms click. Yeah.
I finished up a couple of backgrounds, so I kind of want to take it easy for the rest of the day. Is it alright if I start polishing up the GUI?
That's taking it easy?
It's not as time consuming as line art and shading. And playing around with fonts and text placement is kind of fun.
Yeah, I've had that sometimes. If you guys have been with me long enough, you know that I've changed the font of my numbers for my thumbnail so many times. Apologies about that. Okay, I have a few scenes left to do, so maybe I'll finish those up.
Do you want to work in it together? You can
What is with the spacing there? That is 2.0 spacing, and then it goes back to 1.
You can drop the WIP GUI files directly into the visual novel and we can brainstorm some of the finer details. That way we'll be able to make something we both like.
I'm sorry, but I find it hard to work with other people. What are you doing right now then, Nagahime? I mean, I'm not really used to it.
Oh, alright then.
Suki frowns.
It was just a suggestion. I thought it might save you time, but if you don't want to, we don't have to. I just hope you realize at some point in your life, you don't need to keep struggling like this. If you want help, just ask for it. Isn't that what friends are for?
Yeah, okay, we got a serious answer from her as well. We're just moving from the days at this point. I think we're actually near the end of this. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end this part here. I think this is a great part to end this off of. We've had advice from both of the girls, so I'm guessing right now we're actually right near the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this part here, then I'm going to record straight after. And if the ending is right around the corner, I will do the second ending also in the same video. But for me, on this part, I'm all out of time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So guys. I will most certainly see you next time. Yep. We're making game with serial killer buddies. Woohoo!